What's up, everybody? You're very welcome along to this Mundo Sporto Champions League semi-final first leg watch-along. Real Madrid taking on Thomas Tuchel's Chelsea in the first of a two-legged semi-final. You know, there's an awful lot of feeling from us Liverpool fans of what if right now, but it is Real Madrid semi-final. They are taking on Thomas Tuchel's Chelsea, and as always, our watch-along has been brought to you with thanks to the good folks over at the OneFootball app. If you haven't yet downloaded the all-new OneFootball app, you can do so by the link pinned to the top of the chat right now and the description of the stream. It's your go-to one-stop shop, folks, for all your needs with regards to football. With a busy end of the season coming up, you're going to want news on transfers. You're going to want to keep an eye on those league tables. Everything you need, OneFootball's got you covered in a fantastic, completely free app. As I said, if you use our link, it lets the guys at OneFootball know that we sent you. And as always, we wouldn't be able to do what we do without the support of the folks at OneFootball. So thank you to those guys for always having our back, and hopefully you guys enjoy the app. Right, ladies and gents, let's just fix my green screen to start with, because that's first and foremost there. That's fixed now. Came from the other stream. There you go, mate. Well played. Nice to see you all over here. So we have a little look at the starting 11 through both sides ahead of this one as well. Get Bruised, Dogs, Houlden. How are you? I'm good. Always good, mate. Right, let's have a look at the starting 11s anyway. So, Real Madrid and Zinedine Zidane have gone for Courtois in goal, Militao, Varane and Nacho as the back three. Then it's Carvajal, Modric, Casemiro, Kroos and Marcelo as the attacking five in midfield, or at least the five in midfield, with Vinicius Jr. and Karim Benzema as the two attacking options for Zinedine Zidane's side. For Thomas Tuchel and Chelsea, it's Mendy in goal, then it's Christensen, Thiago Silva, Antonio Rudiger as the back three. Azpilicueta, N'Golo Kante, Jorginho and Chilwell in midfield. Then Christian Pulisic and Mason Mount take their place in behind Timo Werner in what looks like a 3-4-2-1 system for Thomas Tuchel's side. It should be a very interesting game, this one. As an unfortunate neutral, because Liverpool aren't in it, I'm very much looking forward to tonight and tomorrow and both the Champions League semi-finals, because they should make for really, really cracking games. So give me your score predictions on this, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to go for a 1-1 draw. I think Chelsea will get through to the final over the course of the two legs, and I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw on this one as my prediction. So let me know what you guys think. Rafi, how are you, my man? Lovely to see you in. I'm good, buddy. I hope you are as well. Rafi's the only person who I let call me Johnny Sins, by the way, because it's his little welcome. It's always been. How are you, man? I hope you're well. Well, hello there. 1-1, mate. That's what I'm going for. Anthony Davies gone for 2-1 prediction for Chelsea. Well, hello there. He's gone 2-0 Real. Twins Mason 2-1. Dara Daly's gone 2-1 Madrid. Ryan's gone for a 3-1 win to Chelsea. David Newell, how are you, my man? He's gone for a 2-1 win to Madrid. Always lovely. David, let me make you a mod on here, mate. So, I mean, I feel like you should be a mod at this point, both the length of time we've known each other, fella, between Twitter and on here. There you go, pal. Should have done that sooner, but I hope you're well, David. I hope life's treating you well. Daniel, you're not allowed to call me Johnny Sins, mate. Now, there's nothing wrong with it. You're not going to get banned or anything about it, but it's our little thing between me and Rafi. Thoughts on Muslims breaking their fast during the match, mate? How do I put this in a way that's delicate? It is not for me to pass judgment on anybody about what they do during Ramadan. If players are allowed to, because of their religious beliefs, if they're allowed to after the sun goes down to get some food into them on a break during the game, so what? Let there be a break for a second or two. I mean, I don't see it as a big issue. I think, you know, I tip my hat to any player, any Muslim player who's out there playing in the temperatures and the heat without being able to have any food or anything like that. So, you know, if the games need to be stopped for a second or two to allow these guys to get some energy down or a little bit of food, I've no problem with it. And, you know, we have people from all different backgrounds in our sport, and no problem for me whatsoever around that. Chelsea 2-1 win with a Werner goal to Jack Lynch. I'm good, Connor Ralph. I hope you are as well, my man. Jacob's going for 3-2 win to Chelsea. Sorry, mate. How do you get to know your viewers? Because your chat goes so quick. Not on here, Daniel. It's kind of quiet. And that's how we've done it, mate. Like on any other channel, we build it up as we go along. So, you know, you get to know people. I'm probably somebody who dips into the chat quite a lot compared to some other channels. Some people do a lot of pre-recorded stuff. Some people have their own segments and stuff. And I'm just somebody who likes to dip into the chat. So kind of get to know people across various platforms, like David Newell as an example. I know David from Twitter, and I know David from on here, and some other people. It's just, you get to know them over time, mate. And it is a community, as I've always said. We do really believe that everyone that's involved in our chat is part of our community, whether you're a Liverpool fan on Anfield Agenda or not, or whether you're in here just for a bit of conversation and a laugh around a game of football. That's what we want people to do. Same to you and the family, David. Lots of love to you and the family, mate. I hope that you're all doing well, or at least as well as can be in the current world we're living in, my man. 2-1 to Madrid, said Adam Ryan. Hi Craig, how are you? Said COD Gaming Shorts. I'm good, mate. I'm good. Feel a bit more energetic today than I was yesterday. The tiredness really caught up with me yesterday, but you know, I'm a football fan first and foremost, and I'm looking forward to what looks like 3 good nights of football now. We've got obviously Madrid, Chelsea tonight. We've got PSG, Man City tomorrow, and then Roma, Manchester United on Thursday. So I get to use those as 3 excuses to watch games of football, buddy, and disguise them as running a YouTube channel with the missus. So it's all good in my world, mate. It's all good. Who goes to the Champions League final? I think Chelsea will get through from this semi-final, and I honestly believe the other semi-final's a coin toss. That one is, I'm expecting fireworks over that game, over the 2 legs, and I mean with regards to the quality of football, because, you know, both teams, you just look at the talent that's on display between Paris Saint-Germain and Manchester City, and we're going to be in for 2 entertaining games. I just hope it's not spoiled by counter-attacks being broken up through the technical fouls that we know Pep Guardiola and City like to do, and I hope it's not broken up at the same time from PSG's side by a lot of rolling around and stop-start. I want to see the game played fast at 100 miles an hour and show the calibre of the footballers that are available for both managers. So I hope it lives up to the hype. I hope next season's better for Liverpool. So do I. So do I. It's been an absolute clusterfuck of a season for Liverpool. It really has. S-Man, you said my prediction is 2-0 tonight, and by the way, love the videos. Thank you, buddy. Really appreciate that. WFM, Mason, man. WFM. Craig is the GOAT. Craig's just Craig, mate, and Craig will always be just Craig, because, you know, I ain't anything special. Like I've always said, I love doing this. This makes me smile, being able to chat with people and talk about football. I mean, I couldn't think of a better way to spend an evening. The family aren't around, are they? Couldn't think of a better way to spend it. That's just between us, though. Do you know what I mean? Don't tell the missus that. She'll kill me. Although she's always fucking hovering around somewhere in the chat, so got to be careful. What have we got? Bad season for Liverpool, even worse for Wexford Youths. My friend, actually, RB, took over the academy there at Wexford. Well, they're not called Wexford Youths anymore. I think it's called Wexford FC now. But yeah, he took over the running of the academy there over the past few months. So I should be actually popping down to spend a little bit of time watching him coach. He's a UEFA licensed coach, and somebody who I grew up playing football with and have known pretty much my entire life. So I'm very much looking forward over the summer to getting down there and watching what my friend Tomo's at and what they're doing down there in Wexford. So yeah, looking forward to that one. Who do you want to win this game? Chelsea. Yeah, anyone that knows me knows that I'm after Liverpool, Barca's the only other club that I really look out for. So obviously I have that inbuilt dislike of Real Madrid. And I genuinely believe Chelsea will win over 2 legs, but it's 2 cracking semi-finals. I'm really disappointed, of course, that Liverpool aren't there. And I would have loved to have been sitting on Anfield Agenda tonight doing this watch-along of the game taking place at Anfield. But unfortunately, we didn't get through. Madrid deserved their win. I've no gripes or anything about that. But yeah, I do think Chelsea will go through over 2 legs. Congrats on 100k in the main channel, well deserved. Thank you, Adam. And look, ladies and gents, as you can see, we're less than 400 off our end of season goal on here, which was 20k. So if you haven't yet subscribed to Mundo Sporto, please do hit that subscribe button. And again, before we get underway, just want to take a second to say thank you to our sponsor of today's watch along and many other watch alongs here on Mundo Sporto, which is of course the good folks of the One Football app. If you're an iPhone user like me, if you're not, by the way, shame on you, you should get an iPhone. I don't care what anyone says, they're way better than Android. And my missus uses an Android Junior, and I always have this argument with her. But anyway, back to the augmented reality feature that you have now on OneFootball. If you're an iPhone user, just go to show them the better phone. But anyway, Craig, I digress. Get back to talking about the OneFootball app. Everything you need ahead of the Euros, the Champions League run-in, the Premier League run-in, transfer gossip, video content, everything in one really cool, really free. Did I mention it's free? Football app. And yeah, one of the things I love most about OneFootball is the fact that they support small little channels like ours, and they really are embedded in the football fan content community. So make sure to show the guys some love. Download that app. It's completely free. If you use our link, it lets them know that we sent you. There's a link pinned to the top of the chat and in the description. Have you been to Barbados? I have not. No, never been. It's not an ad, mate. No, it's just me talking about the sponsor of the watch along. You know, be fair, be fair. I wouldn't be able to do it without the good folks at OneFootball. Right, here's the 11 again, really quickly before we get on the way. Real Madrid have got Courtois in goal, a back three of Militao, Varane, and Nacho. Then moving into the 5 in midfield, it's Marcelo, Cruz, Casemiro, Modric, and Carvajal. Then it's Vinicius Jr. and Karim Benzema up front. For Thomas Tuchel's side, Mondi in goal, then Christensen, Thiago Silva, Antonio Rudiger's the back three. Chilwell, Jorginho, Kante, and Azpilicueta across the midfield. Then it's Pulisic, Mount, and Werner make up the attacking trio for Thomas Tuchel's Chelsea. I often wonder, some people might wonder why sometimes I say a first name of a player and then other ones I just say a second name of a player. I wonder that myself, by the way. I wonder why some players I use their first and second name and some players I only use their surname. So there's no rhyme or reason to it if you are wondering. Or maybe just my mind works in weird ways. I don't know. Right, let me get ready for this anyway. Get everything ready to go. Got my bottle of water. Got rid of the family. It's all good. It's all good, folks. Time for some football. OneFootball love dipping into football YouTube, don't they? They do, but, you know, you've got to look at it as a positive because they allow, you know, young YouTube channels like Mundo Sporto or All Leeds TV or anyone, just pick a channel that you've seen them work with. They allow us to push on and buy bits of equipment and, you know, make little small changes that sometimes people don't see. And without the support of people like OneFootball, a lot of channels just wouldn't be able to push on and, you know, push to the next level, because it's an expensive old game, this YouTube business. You know, people don't believe it, but it is. And if you really want to push on, you do need the support of people like OneFootball. So we're infinitely grateful and delighted to be working with them. And we'll be working with them on Anfield Agenda next season as well. So yeah, it's just a great relationship we have at OneFootball. We hope it continues to evolve, because there's nothing easier than me sitting here talking about an app that I genuinely love, I genuinely use. It's free for everybody. It's the easiest pitch in the world for me to have to make to an audience. For those asking about this game, it's on BT2 if you're in the UK and Ireland, and somebody else said Virgin Media as well. I think is it on RTE or Virgin Media in Ireland? I'm not sure which one it's on free to air. Will I do Ireland game streams? I'm not sure, Michael. We will be doing the Euros, by the way. I can tell you that for a fact. We'll be doing the Euros across both of our channels. What have we got? Winksy's in the house. How are you? One sponsor, OneFootball also sponsor Lee. They were his first sponsor. Incredibly grateful. Exactly, mate. And I'm the same, Winksy. We're incredibly grateful as well. It means a lot to us that the likes of OneFootball are supporting small channels like Mundo Sporto and the like as well. So I absolutely hear you, man. Jeremy, it's on RTE2. Legend, buddy. Thank you, Jeremy. Right, Jeremy, what do you think, by the way, about Nagelsmann going to Bayern Munich, and also Rodgers ruling himself out of the Spurs job, buddy? I'd like your thoughts on that if you have a second. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get on the way here in Madrid. I will keep you up to date with what's going on with some alternative commentary that's better than the boring stuff you're going to get on TV. It is, let's be honest about it. We'll have a bit of swearing. I'm sure we'll talk about Kios and Diet Coke and the likes at some point as well. TV shows, you get a bit of everything on these streams. So sit back, relax, have a bit of fun, hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video. We're underway in the first of the Champions League semi-finals. This, of course, is taking place at the Stefano Arena, which is the B team's ground, or the training ground, because they're working on the Santiago Bernabeu at the minute. Ball launched long upfield there from Nacho. Benzema goes for the header, but it breaks in midfield, and Marcelo gets pushed off the ball by N'Golo Kante. Good start this from Chelsea. Kante plays the ball out left hand side to Chilwell. Back to Mason Mount. Little touch from him. Back to Ben Chilwell. Jorginho now gets his head up, looking for a ball over the top for Christian Pulisic. I'll tell you what, I was offside. I was going to say, if he was onside, You would have expected a bit better control there, but he had gone a little bit early and the flag was up. So free kick to Real, which they take very quickly. Casemiro to Toni Kroos. I mean, I'm sure you guys remember, but that pass that Kroos played through to Vinicius Jr. against Liverpool was it was pretty damn fine. I said at the time it was poor defending from us, and it was, but that I didn't mean to take away from the calibre of that pass from Toni Kroos. Nagelsmann is a gamble. I don't know if he is. I really think he is legit, Dara. Gone to Bayern Munich, for those who aren't aware, by the way. 25 million they've agreed there with Leipzig to make him the new head coach after Hansi Flick asked to be released from his contract so he could take over from Jogi Löw as the German national team coach. Thoughts on Ireland losing the Euro games? It is sad, but it had to be done, mate. I mean, our country is lagging a little bit behind with vaccinations and stuff, so it just wasn't feasible that it could happen, but it is disappointing, all right. Courtois now comes out, clears the ball long upfield. Thiago Silva brings it down, goes out left-hand side to Rudiger. Ben Chilwell, Jorginho's available. They play it out left-hand side. Mount, he's dispossessed. All goes out of play. It'll be a Real Madrid throw in which they take very quickly. Varane, Kroos, again out right-hand side. Militao launches it forward looking for Karim Benzema. Benzema, good ball from him. Back to Modric. Benzema now. Little 1-2 with Carvajal. Still Benzema out on that right-hand side. Carvajal gets the ball. Brings it back. Militao. Patient stuff, both sides. They both look like they're starting relatively quick here. Their passing seems crisp. Marcelo. He's under pressure from Azpilicueta. He's forced back. Protects the ball. Gives it to Toni Kroos. Kroos switches the ball from left to right across to Militao. Mr. Voider, Newland's going for a 1-0 prediction to Real Madrid. Do we see any potential in the Ireland youth? I do, but, you know, there's a whole conversation there, mate, to be had around the FAI and investment in grassroots football, and, you know yourself, mate. Varane. Modric now. Did everybody see the deal for... sorry, I'm distracting myself here. Did everybody see the deal for that actually Real Madrid are paying to get the guy from Bayern Munich, David Alaba? Like 30 million, if I'm right, signing on bonus, and 400 grand a week. That's a whole lot of money there for somebody who's, what, 28 years of age and wants to play in midfield. Yeah, and I'm a bit shocked to see that deal take place when Perez wants to bring in Mbappe and wants to bring in Haaland. Surely you can't be throwing around that type of money. I mean, I'd love to know any Madrid fans in the chat what you think of that deal. 400 grand a week and 30 million signing on bonus seems like a lot of money to me. Thank you, Ben. Really appreciate that, my man. How are you going to keep Irish lads in the team if they all keep going to play for England? Again, as I said, man, there's a whole conversation to be had there around a lot of stuff. And it starts from the underage right through at schoolboy level, right the way through to the senior side. Ball back with Mendy now, or Mendy. I still don't know what the way to pronounce that gentleman's name, the Chelsea keeper. I'm going with Mendy. Why not? Mendy just makes me sound posh. Werner now has it for Chelsea. Chelsea have a 3-on-3 here. Pulisic. Azpilicueta, back to Pulisic. Right hand side of the Real Madrid penalty area. Pulisic, ball across, far post, Chilwell. He brings it down, plays it back out. Mount now, left-hand side of the penalty area. He's under pressure, is forced back, but protects the ball well. Gives it back to Jorginho. Jorginho moves the ball back into the centre circle to Thiago Silva. Christensen, Azpilicueta, N'Golo Kante. Turns past Toni Kroos, gives the ball back to Jorginho, and he recycles it back to Thiago Silva. Across now to Antonio Rudiger, left-hand side. Chilwell. Ooh, bit tasty that. Bit tasty, bit of a sliding challenge there. I don't think he needed to go as far as he did, because if he had just nicked in to get the ball, Militao slid in, got the ball, but also got... Let's have a look. Yeah, no, he got the player. He just got the player. It was just a terrible tackle. Now I see the replay. He didn't even get the ball. He just went through Mason Mount. And that is absolutely a free kick. 100%. Been taken quickly. Mount now on the ball, flicks it out left-hand side, looking for Chilwell. Chilwell, good break from him down this left-hand side. Back heels it. Comes off Carvajal though, and it's back with Varane. They're playing little 1-2s, which is dangerous. On the edge of their own penalty area. Varane turns back inside now. Militao hooks it clear. Only as far as Antonio Rudiger. He does very well. Turns in a tight area, creates space on that left-hand side for Chelsea. Ball back to N'Golo Kante. Kante switches it to Christensen inside the centre circle. Back to Jorginho. Christensen. Press comes on from Madrid, but Chelsea very comfortable playing around that press. Kante now has it right-hand side. Gives it to his captain, Azpilicueta. Back to Pulisic. Hey, the Blue Boys Network. How are you, man? Craig said sub to the Blue Boys Network. My favourite Everton channel. How are you, buddy? Lovely to see you guys in. I hope you're keeping well. And yeah, do go over and sub to them. Two lovely lads run that channel. And two very, very nice guys. So yeah, do go over and sub. And thank you for the super chat, lads. I hope you're well. Oi, Muzzy, how are you, mate? First week back at work, he said, miss all the daytime content, so gonna catch up now. Hope you're well. I'm doing good, buddy, and I'm glad you're back at work, mate, and I hope things are all good. Killian said, hey, Craig, Irish United fan here in Spain. Nice. Very jealous of where you are right now, Killian. Just wanted to tell you a massive respect for you, big up, man. Thank you. You know me, mate. I'm always shocked whenever anyone says they actually like our content. But I appreciate it, mate, and I hope you're well. You're in Spain. You're not getting any fucking sympathy from me, fella. I'm stuck here in Ireland. Marcelo. Again, pronunciations. Get it right, Craig. Get it right. Real Madrid now knocking the ball around with their back three. They move it through the lines. Modric. Back to Militao. Militao back to Rafa Varane. Cross now to Nacho. What have we got? RNA brother said, I support West Brom. Do you think we'll survive? No. Again, not meaning to be rude or have a dig, mate, but I think even you'll admit it's very, very unlikely. Ball back now to Marcelo. Or Marcelo. I don't know which one it is. I'm going to go with Marcelo because it's easier for me to say. Real Madrid player goes down right-hand side. Referee unmoved. Says play on. Hey Craig, I've done that one. I support Liverpool. So do I, Jacob. Nice to see a few Reds in. How are you? You know, Unified Gaming, lovely to see you in as well. Thank you for giving us a watch. All over the top here, looking for Karim Benzema. He protects it well. He's got Thiago Silva. Turns left and right. Still Benzema. Cross comes in. It's deflected straight into the arms of the Chelsea goalkeeper. Easy enough for him. 8.5 minutes gone in Madrid, folks. Still Real Madrid 0. Chelsea 0 in the first leg of this Champions League semi-final. It's been a good enough first 8 minutes, mate. I mean, just as I say that, Vinicius Jr. being gifted an opportunity here by Chelsea, and they survived the first attack, but it's back now with Toni Kroos. It was a slack pass that gave the ball straight to Vinicius Jr., but it looks like Chelsea have enough men back now to deal with the danger. Mount now bursts into a bit of space. He's got runners here. If he gets his head up, if you look at Pulisic, if he can get his head up, Mason Mount inside, shot deflection. Pulisic heads it down. Oh my God, Werner! Oh my God! Werner's gone full. Werner! It was a beautiful move. Mason Mount hooks the ball over to Christian Pulisic, who very unselfishly nods it into the path of Timo Werner, who went full on Timo Werner and hit it straight at Thibaut Courtois from 5 yards out. That should be 1-0 to Chelsea. And any Chelsea fans watching right now will be wondering what the hell is up with Werner since he arrived, because he should have buried that. He should have absolutely buried that. It was a great move from Chelsea. Really good play on the left-hand side from Mason Mount, who's had a good start to this game. Chilwell. Back to Werner. Werner has a strike from distance, but it's straight at Thibaut Courtois. Easy for the Real Madrid keeper to deal with. Someone said Mike's cutting out. Anybody else having issues with my mic? I'm not seeing... I'm not seeing anybody else talk about it, but again, I'm always happy for feedback. It's gonna be funny when I shout. Okay. One, two, 1, 2. Hopefully that's a bit better. I unplugged it and plugged it back in. You know, the age-old way of fixing things. Yeah, I know I was gone there. I was unplugging the mic, mate, but cool. We're back anyway. Chelsea still in possession. It drops to Pulisic. He slips, but it falls to N'Golo Kante. Kante goes out right-hand side. Good ball in. Again, it's inches away from Werner. Azpilicueta this time with the early cross from the edge of the 18-yard box. Werner went sliding in on the 6-yard box, but couldn't make contact. And you have to say, it's all Chelsea here. Shankill, Stephen. Shankill is where I'm originally from in Dublin, my friend. Somebody said it works all the time, and immediately my mind went to what was that Panther thing from 80% of the time it works every time, or whatever that is from the film. His name I can't remember either. So I'm really just making a fucking pig's ear of this one, Craig. Shut your mouth and stop talking, mate. You're digging a bigger hole for yourself. Anchorman, that's what I was trying to think of. Pulisic, edge of the box now, rolls it across. Chilwell, he pulls it back, hits an arm. Referee says nothing do and points out to the corner. It was down by his side, to be fair. Let's have a look at it. His arms were down behind his back. There's not much you can do about that, and I think it was on the sleeve, to be fair. Although you have to be a bit careful, don't you, in the Champions League, because you never know what way VAR is going to be run in the Champions League. It was a massive miss by Werner. Yeah, Jimmy, it really was. Right, anyway, here we go. Corner. Coming in from the left-hand side. Jorginho puts it in. It's headed away by Real Madrid. Second ball will be coming straight back at them, though. But I think... what's the cameraman doing? Cameraman, get your shit together, fella. Cameraman, the ball was down in Chelsea's half, and the cameraman was still had it facing the Chelsea or the Real Madrid keeper. Keep up with the game, lads. Champions League semi-final here. Do I have a second team? Yes, Barcelona. Toni Kroos now. He's dispossessed by Azpilicueta. Kante. Kante, nice little break in midfield. Turns into the centre circle. Gives it back to Jorginho. Jorginho out left-hand side. Chilwell. Back to Jorginho. Again, ladies and gents, if you are with us for the first time, welcome. Please do hit that subscribe button and drop a like on the video. Ball over the top, looking for Pulisic. He brings it down. He's got control. He's got Werner there with him. Pulisic. Pulisic. And it's 1-0 to Chelsea. Christian Pulisic takes his time, cuts in onto his right foot, throws it dummy, then waits for the defender to commit, lifts the ball up. It's into the back of the net, and Chelsea are 1-0 up away, as I predicted. I think they're the better side. I said this to you in the build-up. They've got the away goal now. There will be a look at this, obviously, for VAR because it was a ball over the top, but it looked to me like Pulisic stayed onside, and Chelsea have the goal that their start has deserved. I mean, to me, they've been by far the better side. Let's have a look at this. Nothing wrong with the run from Pulisic. It was a beautifully timed run. Does well, has Werner there, decides not a fucking hope in hell, I'm giving it to him. Cuts inside towards the penalty spot, places the ball with his right foot, takes a little nick off a Real Madrid player, but nothing they can do about it. And Christian Pulisic has a first goal for Chelsea in the semi-final, which is a massive, massive away goal. And fair play to him. Composure and class in front of goal. Went in off Rafa Varane, but there was no stopping it, and it is 1-0 to Thomas Tuchel's men. It was a beautifully timed run, lovely ball over the top, and a very cool, composed finish that from Christian Pulisic. And it's 1-0 Chelsea. Here we go. Game on. Lovely goal that. It was actually kind of ironic because it was very similar to the ball over the top that Toni Kroos played to Vinicius Jr. to score against Liverpool. And this time they got a taste of their own medicine with a lovely ball over the top. I think it was Jorginho, but I could be wrong. And Pulisic did really, really well. People still talking about the mic. Honestly, this is where Crosby needs to be around. I'm going to just check the mic settings. 1 second. I don't know why the mic sounds weird. Let me message Crosby and see if he's around. He's typing, so he's definitely around. He's going to tell me what to do. He said, Mike sounds fine, you're all full of shit. I kind of ad-libbed there a little bit. He didn't call you anything rude, but he did say the mic sounds fine at his end, so we will be ignoring the microphone issues and moving on. Woo! There you go. I'm in a good mood today, folks. Just seen a replay of that Pulisic goal as well. Again, not a hope in hell he was passing to Werner there, was it? After what happened earlier on. Corner to Chelsea now, right-hand side. Chilwell to take this one. Ball into the box. It's headed away by Varane. Mini Ric Flair. Look, just a little one. Just a little one. Ball back to the Chelsea keeper. He goes out to Jorginho. He's under pressure and it's back again. I think everybody would agree that Chelsea certainly deserve this lead. They've been by far the better side here in the first 16 minutes. How do you make your template? You mean the overlay for OBS? I'm fairly certain Connor does it in Photoshop, mate, in Adobe Photoshop, but you know, I don't do any of the technical stuff, mate. I'm just the tits and ass on the channel. The mic makes you sound Irish. There you go. Hurl or la, where's me lucky charm? Sure, I've got a little pig under my arm here. We should be 3-0 up, said Lewis. Yeah, Werner missed an absolute sitter, mate, but, you know, Pulisic, thankfully for you guys, held his nerve in front of the goal there, showed a bit of composure. Free kick here to Real Madrid, fell from Christensen on Vinicius Jr. It's taken quickly, ball into the feet of Karim Benzema. Benzema tries a little ball over the top, but ricochets back to him. He looks for support, plays it in field now. Casemiro goes across right-hand side. Militao. Good work. This Luka Modric has it now, but a good tackle from Antonio Rudiger puts it out for Real Madrid. Throw in right-hand side. Carvajal to Casemiro. Toni Kroos. Nacho. Madrid trying to play it around, but Chelsea pressing. Kroos does well. Sprays the ball out right-hand side. Luka Modric now. Tries the ball upfield to Karim Benzema. Very good control that from Benzema. He's forced wide right as he looks for support. Ball goes back again. Modric. Varane. Varane switches it across left-hand side now to Toni Kroos. Marcelo. Left-hand side. Vinicius Jr. Lovely drop of the shoulder there. Sent Azpilicueta to the shop for a pint of milk and then came back because he forgot his money. Again, Militao. Good press from Chelsea as well. Not giving Madrid much time on the ball. Kroos. Ball in, takes a deflection straight into the Chelsea keeper's arms. Did I shave? Or is it the light? No, I shaved. I shaved, mate. Pray, can you speak Irish? No. Very, 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 very little, my friend. What matches is Jack going to do? Because I really like that lad. Nice to see Jack's mother in. How are you, Jack's mother? Looking after a young lad. No, he's taking a bit of time off at the minute because he's doing his final exams in college. So he's got to have his thesis and stuff in by Friday. So he won't be doing much until probably the weekend or the start of next week because he's, as I said, really busy. So I'm having to do a bit of extra stuff, which I've no problem doing. But yeah, that answers your question, I hope. So I think it's just a blip for this season. Absolutely, Ben. Absolutely, mate. I mean, there's a whole range of factors, but I think we'll be much better next year in the Europa League, unfortunately, by the looks of it. Thiago Silva. Christensen has it now. We're just about to hit the 20-minute mark here in Madrid. Chelsea ahead by that Christian Pulisic goal to nil. Should have been 2-0 because Werner missed an absolute sitter. Offside flag goes up here against Timo Werner. Madrid take the free kick quickly. I really want to try that ball, the Odrin said Cube. There you go, mate. I'm saying nothing. I looked like Pulisic that Werner was actually onside there looking at the replay. But he lost the ball nonetheless. Courtois moves it out right-hand side now. Modric. What is the Europa Conference League? It's a new lower tech version of the Europa League, mate, that's been brought in. So yeah, we don't even want to talk about it, to be honest. Chilwell, left hand side, rolls it back. I mean, the ball's definitely in Madrid's court here. Chelsea have their away goal already. Mount, but they don't look to be settling for it, which is you've got to say they set about this game with the right attitude. And you know, as I said, we fell apart in the first half against Real Madrid. Absolutely didn't show up, whereas Chelsea have come out of the blocks here quick, and they're very, very up for this game. And they've had the better of the first quarter, no doubt. Mendy now. Back to Christensen. Azpilicueta. Kante. Again, nice little triangle that Chelsea play the way upfield. Kante has a bit of space now. Moves it infield. Christian Pulisic. Turns on the afterburners. Looks left, looks right. Pulisic rolls it very far wide for Werner, who just about hooks it back in play, but straight to a Real Madrid player. Kroos now has it. He plays the ball infield. Carvajal to Marcelo. Ball back with Thibaut Courtois. He puts his boot through it, launches it long upfield, but it's straight to Antonio Rudiger. He has his pocket pinched though by Karim Benzema. So Benzema now has it right hand side. Ball infield to Casemiro. Little back heel to Benzema. Toni Kroos. Vinicius Jr. plays the ball into the feet of Karim Benzema. Benzema has a strike. Oh! I think he just rattled the outside of the post with his left boot from distance. Really good bit of play that from Madrid. Incisive, doesn't take much. Has a strike. Oh! It's the outside of the post. Keeper was beating all ends up. Good strike that on his left peg. Oh! Smashes the post and goes wide. Pulisic now. Little ricochet goes straight to N'Golo Kante now. It's another 3-on-4 here. Again, they keep rolling really wide balls into Timo Werner. Like, that's 2 passes in the space of a minute that Chelsea have overhit into Timo Werner down that right-hand channel. It goes straight behind for a goal kick. Rain absolutely pissing down yet again there in Madrid. Kroos now. Spreads it out left side, a little bit behind Marcelo, and it goes out for a throw in to Chelsea right hand side. Again, that was a good strike, that wasn't it, from Benzema on his left peg. He even managed to knock over a microphone behind the goal as well. Bonus points. Thiago Silva. Back to his keeper. Mondi gets his head up. Floats to that right hand side looking for Azpilicueta. He's under pressure, but he still manages to find N'Golo Kante. Back to Azpilicueta. To Kante. Again, Kante's away in space. Chelsea can get bodies into the box here if they can find the right ball. Kante pulls it back. Pulisic. Chilwell. Strike with his right foot. Goes wide. Again, though, the amount of times Chelsea have pulled open that Real Madrid defence in this opening 25 has been ridiculous. They could easily be 2 or 3 up already here. They're committing bodies forward with bravery, and you've got to salute that. You've got to say well played, because they're not showing any fear or respect here to Madrid. They're going at them, and so far it's paying off. Jorginho into N'Golo Kante. He's dispossessed. Toni Kroos has it now. Ball into Benzema. Casemiro. Not much on, so he goes back. Then they work it out left side to Nacho. Back in field. Casemiro again. Militao. Rafa Varane. Varane goes back out left side to Nacho. Again, nothing on. Goes straight back. Shows you how hard Chelsea are working to block off those passing lanes and to press in bunches. Modric now. Finds Casemiro. Casemiro works a nice ball out to Carvajal. Carvajal goes out even further right to Karim Benzema. Again, good protection of the ball here by Madrid. Casemiro. They move it across to Tony Kroos now, left-hand side. Kroos gets his head up, tries a switch, looking for Danny Carvajal. He tries to cushion it back inside, but it goes straight to a Chelsea player. Ball hits the referee, that'll be a Chelsea ball. Mason Mount tried to play it quickly, but the ref back returned, hits off the ref. Ref drops it down. Chelsea have the ball again with Chilwell. Jorginho. Mason Mount. Werner, back to Mount. Jorginho. Again, tells Rudiger where he wants him to go. Little 1-2, nothing on, so he goes back to his keeper. No, David, no jab for me yet, mate, but I'll be getting it as soon as is possible. Here comes the first yellow of the game, by the way. Coming towards a Real Madrid player. Foul on Azpilicueta. See Vinicius Jr. go into the book early doors. Mac Goheen said, Chelsea looking very determined and organised. Real Madrid looking quite complacent so far. Criminal how they gave Perisic, I think he meant Pulisic, all the time he needed for the goal. It was, but I said this when we lost to Madrid. I don't think they're that great of a team. I feel we should have beaten them, but we didn't show up, which is why I said in the entire build-up to this, I can see Chelsea getting through this tie. Now, look, there's a long way to go. It's far from done, but already, to me, it just seems like Chelsea are a better team. Pulisic. Again, look at this. They've got 4-on-4 here yet again. How often are Real Madrid going to be caught out like this? Ball across from Chilwell, ricochets back, cleared by Militao. Luka Modric now. He rolls the ball up the line to Karim Benzema. Benzema plays it across to Kroos, who looks over his shoulder to see if there's anyone supporting him. He's got Vinicius Jr. to his left. He gives it to him. Vinicius Jr. now. Ball down the line to Tony Kroos. Ball goes in, takes a deflection. It'll be a corner to Real Madrid left-hand side. $220 people in the chat now. Again, folks, look, if you do have a second, please do hit that subscribe button as we inch towards 20k. Every single one of your subscriptions does make a big difference. 28 minutes gone. Corner here to Real Madrid, left-hand side. Signals given. Kroos puts the right hand up. Goes short to Luka Modric. Modric rolls it back to Marcelo. He floats it deep towards the far post. Varane gets up, heads it in field. 1-1. 1-1. It is that man again, the go-to, the talisman for Real Madrid, Karim Benzema with a stunning volley. No chance for the keeper, and after 28.5 minutes, it is Real Madrid 1, Chelsea 1, and that was some finish by Benzema. I mean, both goals we've seen in this game so far have been very good goals. And ball, they take the corner short, they give it to Modric. Modric gives it to Marcelo. He goes diagonal, no doubt about Varane being onside. Varane heads it back across. There's a bit of a ricochet. Benzema takes one touch, back to goal, turns, volley with his right foot, and rips it into the net. It was a great finish by Benzema there. Centre forward play of the highest ilk. Controls it with his head, then turns with his right foot and hooks it over his shoulder into the roof of the net. Absolutely fantastic finish from Benzema, and it's all level here in Madrid. Great goal, that. 2 good goals so far in this game. I told you we could be in for a good one here, folks. Strap yourselves in. We're in for a couple of good nights of football. Great finish. It was a great finish. It really was. We've been treated to 2 good goals so far. Varane rolls the ball across now. Militao. That will give Madrid a bit more belief. Maybe it will, I don't know what it'll do to Chelsea. Let's wait and see. They have their away goal anyway, but ball down the line looking for Vinicius Jr. Christensen comes across, does really well. Jockey's his man, sees it out. It'll be a goal kick to Chelsea. Doing the Europa League games on Thursday? Yes, I'm doing the Roma United game, mate. So, again, tonight I'll be doing this game, obviously. Duh, you're here doing it. Tomorrow I'll be doing the City game, and Thursday I'll be doing the United semi-final. So, again, hope to see you guys for each of those games. Tomorrow on Anfield Agenda, we'll be putting up a video. I'm chatting with Mark Goldbridge tomorrow, so that video will be going up on Anfield Agenda tomorrow night as well, so keep an eye out for that. Kante, Christian Pulisic. Mount's available, he gives it to him. Mason Mount now drives forward. Gives it out left-hand side to Chilwell. Back to Mason Mount. We hit the half-hour mark here in Madrid. All level. That'll be a Chelsea corner. Ball goes out. I think it's winded one of the Madrid. It's a Casemiro. I think he got that. He either got it in the stomach or he got it in the crown jewels. But either way, he certainly did take a good smack of the ball there. And he's just getting some help here from his fellow professionals. Yeah, caught him straight in the rib cage. I'd say he's winded himself there. Yeah, just see that Benzema goal. I mean, to control it with your head and then turn and volley it, just that's top class centre forward play. It is a corner to Chelsea though, as I said, left hand side. Ball comes in. Out comes Thibaut Courtois, claims it, easily rolls it out left hand side then. Vinicius Jr. goes past Jorginho like he wasn't there. Chilwell comes across to provide cover now. Vinicius Jr. a couple of step overs, cuts inside, rolls the ball across to Danny Carvajal. He goes out wide right to Benzema. Benzema flicks it across again. Kroos on the edge of the box, opens up his body, has the strike, pulls it wide of the keeper's left hand post, and that'll be a goal kick to Chelsea. How are we, Gavin? Nice to see you, mate. I hope you're well. Again, Chelsea look like, are they going to go short with the goal kick? No, keeper tells him to push up. Looks like he's going to launch it long. Again, we're still waiting for the goal kick, but here we go. Eventually, the keeper puts his boot through it and launches it long upfield. Thiago Silva steps forward, but it goes only to Toni Kroos. Azpilicueta hooks it forward, but only as far as Marcelo. Benzema back inside to Marcelo. He cuts in field, looking for options. Not much on, so he rolls it across to Luka Modric. Modric now. He's only got Carvajal to his right, so he switches back left-hand side. Plays the ball to Vinicius Jr., who was dummy in it, but Chelsea read it and have intercepted it. They have it in midfield now. Again, Mason Mount breaks forward. Chilwell's available if he needs him left-hand side. Gives it to him. Chilwell. Back to Mason Mount. Mount to Rudiger. Rudiger into Jorginho. Back across to Christensen. Thiago Silva. Referee says that sliding tackle was fine. Mount stays down, but Real Madrid play on. Benzema. Mount is still down. Toni Kroos now inside the centre circle. Mount gets back up to his feet just as Chelsea intercept the ball. Christian Pulisic now. N'Golo Kante. He gives it to Jorginho. Been playing at a good pace, this, to be fair. I mean, it is a Champions League semi-final after all. Jorginho. Back to Antonio Rudiger. All the way back to the keeper. Christensen. Chelsea keeper side, puts it forward then. Flicked on in midfield by Timo Werner. Defended well by Rafa Varane. It'll go out for a throw into Chelsea right hand side. So sorry, Scotty. I really am so sorry to hear about that, mate. I'm glad you're still friends, but I'm very sorry to hear about that, buddy. Nacho gives it back to Courtois. Courtois puts his left boot through it, launches it long. 10 minutes to go here in the first half. It's Real Madrid 1, Chelsea 1. Jorginho, nice ball through the lines to Kante. Kante gives it out right hand side to Pulisic. Cross comes in. Back out to Pulisic. He'll get a second chance. In comes the cross. It's flicked on by Werner, but his flick takes it away from Chilwell. It'll go out for Real Madrid throw in right hand side. Goal scored by Benzema, and the Chelsea goal was scored by Christian Pulisic. Two very good goals. Timo Werner missed an absolute sitter as well for Chelsea. Craig, book a test drive in an XC90. Nah, we did change our car actually, Limo. But no, the XC90, mate, that's the dream car. That's maybe 5 years down the line if things continue to go well, buddy. But yeah, there's no XC90s in my future yet. Pulisic rolls it across to Kante. What car? We changed the Renault Megane we had for another Renault Megane. So we changed the 2011 one we had for 2017 Megane GT 1.5 diesel estate in white. It's a very nice looking car, to be fair, but I don't drive it, so I'm barely ever outside. So the missus does most of the driving. Strike wide, takes a nick. It'll be a Chelsea corner left hand side. We got another Megane Limo. We stuck with the Megane, mate, because it's been the great car for us in the 6 years we had it, so we went for another one. Automatic, no, manual. Six speed manual. Another corner here. 8 minutes to go in the first half. Ball in. Courtois thinks about coming, then changes his mind. Jorginho heads it back in. It's hooked clear by Militao, and it'll go out for a Chelsea throw in right hand side. How much? Well, that would be my own concern, mate, wouldn't it? How much the car was is absolutely a whole lot of none of your business. Dream holiday destination. I don't know if I have one, to be honest. There's a load of places I want to see. Probably Australia, because it'll be, if I do go to Australia, it'll be, me and we'll probably go for a month, so it'll be a once in a lifetime thing. Yellow card here, this time for one of the Chelsea players, Christian Pulisic, guilty of a foul on Marcelo, so it'll be a yellow card to him and a free kick to Real Madrid. Hope you buy a Tesla one day. I wouldn't mind one of them Tesla trucks. They look fun. Cruz. Rafa Varane. Ball up the line. Chilwell nods it down. It's flicked on. Again, Militao heads it forward. Antonio Rudiger hooks it back over his shoulder. God, the rain really is pelting down over there in Madrid, folks. It's torrential. Where am I from? Originally, I'm from South Dublin, mate. Now I live in Wexford. 6 minutes to go plus change here in the first half. My God, that is heavy rain. It is proof that the rain in Spain does not indeed fall on the plain, ladies and gentlemen. It does fall onto the Alfredo Di Stefano Arena. Do I like pineapple on a pizza or not? Hell no. Thoughts on Steve Bruce and Newcastle? Well, he's kept them up, which is a good job in itself, Ben. I don't think he'll be there next season, but he's kept them up, and fair play to him in difficult circumstances. I mean, I genuinely have a lot of goodwill towards Newcastle fans, particularly for the way they treated Rafa, but yeah, they deserve better than the owner that they currently have. Vinicius Jr. now pulls the ball back looking for Marcelo, but N'Golo Kante gets there ahead of him. Pulisic now, he's fouled. That'll be a free kick to Chelsea right hand side. Were I any good at football? Yes. Where did you play? In goal. Chelsea now with Chilwell under pressure from Madrid. Madrid have come back into this half actually as the game has gone on. Chelsea started and were by far the better team for the first 25 minutes or so. Throw in right hand side now to Real Madrid. What punishment do you think the Super League 12 will get from UEFA? Your guess is as good as mine, mate. I mean, it would be just guesswork for me to say, so I honestly have no idea. you know, the UEFA have to be a little bit careful as well, because they don't want to push them back towards the Super League, do they? So I don't know, but I would say that there will be a difference, because some teams are still banging that Super League drum, like Real and Barca. Werner now, wide right, and shits the bed yet again. Timo Werner going full Timo Werner. Couple of step overs, has options to his left, decides, you know what, I'm the man to put this into the side netting, and takes on that mantle. Couple of step overs, has a shot with his right foot, and did exactly what I said, side netting. Actually, do you know what? He missed the side netting. McDonald's or Supermax? They both have their positives, Limo. Probably Supermax, to be honest with you, because I'm not a massive fan of the McDonald's-y type food. Kante. Still in goal, Kante. Sliding tackles come in, but he still has the ball. Kante. Back to Mount. Again, 270 in the chat now, folks. Let's see if we can get to 19,700 on this stream. Please do hit that subscribe button. Drop a like on the video. You're from New Ross. Connor's not too far. The other half of the channel, mate's not too far from New Ross. Apache or Domino's? I worked for both of them at one point in my life. Domino's, probably. Although the Apache I worked in was nicer than the Apache that's down here where I live. So, on the basis of what I've had from where I live, I'm going to go for Domino's. But they're too expensive. Domino's are robbing bastards. Price of the pizzas are way too expensive. And Erwin in particular is owned by a particularly greedy person who never even gives out discount codes or anything. Jens, how are you, mate? Lovely to see you win as always. It is an absolute rip-off, Stephen. Particularly down here in Wexford, mate. Believe it or not, my brother-in-law used to be the manager of one in Glenageary, which was one of the busiest there is in the country. And the pizzas up there are cheaper in Dublin than they are down here in Wexford, because we have a particularly greedy person that owns the 3 franchises of it that he has down here. Talking about snacks, cows are amazing. Absolutely, Adam. When you're right, mate. When you're right, you're right. Cruz now. Ball back in field to Militao. He goes back to Courtois. Have I been to Sligo? Not since I was 8. The Domino's in Wexford Town is good. Yeah, but they're still robbing bastards, mate. I mean, I know the one you're talking about, but they're still overly expensive. Same lad owns 3 of them. He owns that one, he owns the one in Gorey, and I think the one in Kilkenny, if my memory's right. Subway or KFC? KFC. There's only one thing I eat in Subway. And if you go into Subway and you don't get a meatball marinara, then you're just doing it wrong. Did I think G.I. Joe toys were cool? Yes, I definitely had G.I. Joe toys, mate, when I was a kid. We don't need any more mods, Alex, at the minute, mate. We've got enough. Diet Coke from a bottle, a tin, or a glass. A can. I do like me a cold can of Diet Coke, mate. I love the way you called it a tin, though. You get extra points for calling it a tin. There is no second best Crosby, Mr. Anfield agenda with your banner. It's meatball marinara or nothing. BMTs can go out the window, buddy. It's meatball marinara or you ain't getting nothing. So that's my motto anyway if I go in there. There's actually 2 Subways in the small enough town I live in, which is nuts. 2 of them in one town, like. Varane now. We're into the final minute of normal time here at the end of the first half. Real Madrid 1, Chelsea 1. Chelsea opened the scoring with a very good goal from Christian Pulisic, and Real Madrid answered that with an equally as impressive goal from Karim Benzema. Madrid try a ball into that left channel looking for Vinicius Jr., but it goes out and it'll be a Chelsea throw-in. What's your favourite Tato? Oh, I'm a simple person, mate. Cheese and onion all the way. Half-time in Madrid, ladies and gents. The referee blows up. Players can get in, get a change, because they'll be absolutely ringing after the rain that's after falling down there. So we do have half-time. Let me just stop the clock. And again, want to give a shout-out to the people who are bringing us this watch-along, bringing you this watch-along, I should say, the good folks over at the OneFootball app. I'm sure I don't need to tell you about the One Football app, but you've heard me speak about it a lot, and you'll continue to, because they allow us to do what we do. But most importantly, it is the best football app out there, and it's entirely free. So if you're going to have a little flick around your phone at half time, get yourself on that link at the top of the live chat or in the description of the stream. Download the One Football app, lets them know that we sent you, and get yourselves that whole encyclopedia of football knowledge at your fingertips. You've got league tables, statistics, augmented reality features, video content, everything that you need to keep yourself entertained. Maybe when you're on the jacks, you know, that's what I tend to do, and I don't think I'm alone in that one, but there you go. We wouldn't be able to do these watch-alongs without the good folks at One Football, so get downloading it, y'all. I don't know why I threw the y'all in there like I'm cowgirl or something. What you doing under that table? Nothing, to be honest with you, mate. I'm wearing a pair of pajama bottoms and a pair of socks, but other than that, nothing. It's not a real table either, by the way, it's a fake table. If you don't have One Football, what are you doing? Said Adam Ryan. When you're right, Adam, you're right, mate. What are you doing? I want answers, people. What are you doing? Better be downloading the app if you don't have it. Adam's right. Adam knows. Can I get a woo from you, Craig? Only on Anfield Agenda, mate. That's the woo channel. 250 people in the chat now. Thank you very much for being with us. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and drop a like on the video. I'll be back here tomorrow as well for a watch along of the other Champions League semi-final first leg. And I'll be here on Thursday down for the Europa League semis between Roma and Manchester United is the game we'll be doing. Addison said he loves One Football. You're not alone, mate. It's a class app. Out of PSG and Man City, who do I want to go through? It's like asking me out of... no, I'm not going to say that comparison because that'll get me in trouble. Neither. If we could find a way of getting them both out, mate, I'd go with that. But I'm not going to lie. I don't want Man City or Paris Saint-Germain to win a Champions League ever, as I've always said. And I'm going to stand over that. I don't have too much respect for the way both clubs are run and funded. So... neither. Oil Classico. There you go. That's pretty much it. It is it's a battle of Qatar and Abu Dhabi, isn't it, really? We are at half time here anyway, folks. So anything you guys want to talk about, whack it into the chat. Nah, Oil Classico is way better than Oil Derby. Oil Classico just makes so much more fun. Jacob said he's downloaded the One Football app. Thank you, Jacob. Much appreciated. El Plastico said tasty. You made the background. That's a statement, mate, or a question? Because you've made it a statement. So, in that case, I made the background! Best team in the Premier League ever. Ben, I'm somebody who judges it on the most points, so it would have to be Manchester City's 100 points. That's the way I look at it. I know people will say, well, they're not invincible, but to me, whoever puts the most points on the board, that's the team. That's the greatest one-off team for one season in the Premier League era. So I would say Manchester City's Centurions would probably deserve that title, and if Liverpool had have beaten that 100 points total, I'd have been saying Liverpool. But I do obviously understand that Arsenal are the only team to have that invincible season. You know, they like to remind us about it at every given opportunity, and I like to remind them about the amount of draws that they had in it. But they are the only ones with a gold Premier League trophy. So, but yeah, I'd put it down to the points thing. Honestly, 100 points to me is sensational. Puma or Under Armour? Under Armour all the way. Who do I think will go through in this game? Chelsea. Favourite Italian team? AC Milan. We're invincibles, Craig, by the way. I don't know who we are, Jake. Are you talking about Liverpool? In which case we're not, but there you go. Arsenal drew 12 games or something, mate. Yeah, it was a ridiculous amount. It has to be Manchester City. If you're looking at a one-off season, nobody else has put up 100 points, and I don't know how else you measure other than the team that's put the most points on the board. Trader to you club. How about forming a full fucking sentence there, big youth, before you come in giving a Billy Big Bollocks, mate? Go back to Troll College. If you want a scholarship, hit me up, man. I'm dishing them out for September. But learn how to fucking spell, you cabbage, rather than coming in and having a pop at me. So how about go back, get yourself an education, learn how to construct the sentence, then come back in and try and have a pop. You absolute fucking donkey. There you go. Mate, you're a traitor to the educational system. So, learn to spell, and then fuck back off, and then come back in, and then fuck back off again, and just stop annoying me, mate, will you, with your stupidity? I love how Craig trolls the trolls. They're all dumb. That's why. I appreciate a good troll. And I always give a good troll a bit of credit because I appreciate the art of trolling done well. But most of these motherfuckers just ain't it. Do you know what I mean? They just ain't it. What do I think of Court Town? It could do with some renovation, Luke. But I did live down there for a while. Jeremy Kinsel said, Fiorentina for him grew up Italian 90 Battistutta Rui Costa. The purple kit with Nintendo on it, Jeremy. Do you remember that one? I'm sure you do, mate. Yeah, that was a belter kit, that was. Lewis said, loving the content. Thank you, sir. All good with me, Pinto. All good. AFTV or United stand. 100% United stand. I don't like AFTV's content. I've said this numerous times. I've nothing against Robbie, DT, any of the guys. I don't know them. It's just not my style of content. So I would full on be United stand in that conversation. Plus Mark's a friend of mine, so... Fan of Dr. Dre? Who isn't? You gotta be a fan of Dre. Absolutely. God, come on, Jake. You need to get up earlier than that, mate. If you're gonna have a try and catch me out. Do I think Mikey Garcia will fight Pacquiao at 147? He's not a real 147 fighter though, so if he does step up, he'll lose. He just hasn't got the power at 147. Tupac or Biggie? Biggie. No, Tupac. No, Biggie. Not Tupac. Right, Craig, settle this once and for all. Tupac. Let's go, Tupac. What's your favourite meal deal? I will refrain from answering that question until I'm asked it by Jack May on the Happy Hour podcast, if I ever get invited onto it. That's when I'll answer that question. I'm supposed to be doing something with Paddy Murphy, Lorna. I just haven't got around to it yet. Just been really busy. But yeah, supposed to do a video with him at some point on TikTok. Tupac the GOAT. He's up there, definitely. But, I mean... Well, Tupac was different. He wasn't just a rapper. He wasn't just a poet. He was an activist. He was an actor. He was... a very, very, very complex individual, and I'm sure you know this, you don't need me to tell you, but yeah, look, that generation for me is what made me fall in love with hip-hop and rap. Favourite Chelsea player? Pulisic. Okay. What have we got? Best team Premier League not to win a trophy. I don't know, mate. That requires a whole lot of thinking energy that I just don't have right now. What have we got? Missed the Bernabeu, start for Spurs Real game in 2011. Beautiful stadium. Apparently, it's going to be even more beautiful, Jeremy, once they it's completely redone. I mean, something like $500 million being spent on the upgrades. Thank you, Bot641. That sounds really weird to say, by the way, but thank you, mate. Three players you take from United. Fernandes. Fernandes. I think, is there three I'd take? Rashford, I suppose. And yeah, that's it. I don't think I'd want any more, to be honest. I wouldn't have Pogba anywhere near Liverpool, and I'm surprised United fans don't want him out of their club, to be honest, the way he's disrespected the club at times. What do I like doing? Women. Particularly one who I married. Craig, your head is sexy. When you're right, James. What else we got? Would you take Shaw? I would, but the problem is, like, we've got Robbo. I do rate Luke Shaw. He's very good. Yeah, it does, Brian. What gets me about the new Burnabout plan is, apart from the rotating stuff, by the way, is they're not adding one extra seat, from what I'm led to believe. So that's nuts. So who's the better side? It's Chelsea definitely started off better, losing meal, but Real Madrid came back into it as the half went on. But I'd say Chelsea probably shaded the first half. Cavani, no, too old. Again, doing a good job at Man United right now, but you know, I wouldn't take him to Liverpool now. Do I think the vaccines are a calamity bigger? No, of course I don't. The vaccine, look, the science speaks for itself, mate. I'm no doctor, so I don't really want to be talking about this, but all I can say is that I will be getting it as soon as I'm able to. You've asked me the same question twice now. Once more, bye-bye, David Moyes. Craig, I need to know for a school project, do you think we're living in a simulation? No, I don't. If it is, then I've got a pretty fucked up simulation, mate, and I'd like a new level, please. So I think Arsenal will be sold. Not if you listen to the statement that was put out by Cronky Sports and Media, or Cronky Sports and Entertainment, or whatever it is that company that himself and his son owns. They put out a statement today saying that despite the interest from the guy that owns Spotify, they ain't selling shit. So Arsenal fans look like they're in for a battle there, because Cronky and his son look like they want to stay put at Arsenal. A new level. I couldn't think of anything else to say. Well, hello there. Do you know what I mean? 3 players you take from Real Madrid. Vinicius Jr. I'll take Benzema, to be honest with you, because we could do with a striker. Although he's old, I'd still take him. And who else would I take from Real Madrid? Again, you look at Cruz, but again, I wouldn't want to be bringing in old players, but no doubt about the quality of him and Modric. Probably take Rafa Varane as centre-back cover. We're living in a controlled hallucination. I think yours might be a little bit less controlled, Mr. Moisey, than the rest of us, if that's the case. Do I listen to Joe Rogan? Is that what you're asking me? If that's the case, absolutely. I love Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan to me is is amazing. No, I wouldn't take Hazard. I don't want players turning up overweight for pre-season, which is what he tends to do a lot of the time. 2 years now at Real Madrid, and he's still done fuck all there after his €100 million move, and he showed up overweight for his first season. Oh, imagine showing up for your dream move first season overweight. Nah, wouldn't want them. Looking forward to the video doing with Mark. Thank you. Should be fun. Catching up with Mark. Second half is about to get underway though, folks. Let me get the old clock ready. And again, just a reminder, still time to download the OneFootball app. You can do so with the link pinned to the top of the chat or in the description of the stream. OneFootball is the best free football app out there, bar none. I'd go as far as say it's just the best football app out there, bar none. You get everything on it. All your match fixtures, statistics, augmented reality feature, league tables, breaking news stories, video content, everything you need ahead of a busy summer with the Euros, a busy end of the season, and everything. Just everything you need. Download the OneFootball app. Would it be hard for Liverpool to get big players since we missed on the Champions League? I don't think so. I get where you're coming from, but I think it'll be easy to pitch it as a one-season blip. But there you go. Craig, I was overweight in my first season. You're not fucking Eden Hazard, mate, going to Real Madrid. So there's a little difference between somebody being overweight at a younger age or on a lesser level than going to €100 million move and showing up after having one too many battered sausages. Will I be doing the United Europa League game? Yes, I will be, boss man, on Thursday. I will be doing that one indeed. And I'll be doing tomorrow's game between PSG and Chelsea, or then Man City as well. Right, we're about to get underway here in the second half. One at half time. Was an entertaining first half. It'll be interesting to see what happens here second half. Chelsea have a vital away goal anyway, but will they settle for that, or will they push on, look for a winner? Top 4 this season. I think it'll be exactly as it is now, mate. I think it'll finish exactly as it is now. Right, we're about to get underway here for the second half anyway. Referee's just waiting for the go-ahead, which he's now received from the sideline. There we go. We're underway in the second half. Ball back to Jorginho. He goes out right-hand side. Ball's played up, looking for, I think, Mason Mount, but it's gone. No, actually, they brought Kai Havertz on. Have they? Have they snuck a little change on us there? Or am I seeing things? Pulisic. I think I'm seeing things, you know. Rudiger. Ball out left-hand side, Ben Chilwell. Lovely drop of the shoulder by Mason Mount. Puts in a cross, but it's straight at Thibaut Courtois. Again, Leo, I'm overweight as well, mate, but none of us are showing up to play for Real Madrid, pal. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm absolutely overweight as well. Look at me, sizing me, but, you know, none of us are going to play for Real Madrid, buddy. Ball out left-hand side now. Nacho. Real Madrid try to launch it forward. Kante gets his head in it, but straight to a Madrid player, and again it goes upfield, but Christensen mops it up now for Chelsea. Back to Thiago Silva. Christensen again. Goes back to his goalkeeper. Keeper quickly moves the ball out left-hand side to Antonio Rudiger. He has a lot of space ahead of him. Gallops towards the halfway line. Tries the ball down the line for Timo Werner, but it's overhit and it goes all the way through for a goal kick to Real Madrid. Would you consider growing out your hair? My wife won't let me. I'm not even joking. Militao now, right-hand side for Real Madrid. Again, a ball over the top looking for Vinicius Jr. Drops in midfield, though, to Jorginho, who hooks it forward, but only as far as Casemiro. Modric. Carvajal now. Ball back infield to Rafa Varane. Toni Kroos. Benzema, he tries to lay off a cushion pass, but gives it straight to Azpilicueta. Jorginho. Azpilicueta. Kante, he rolls the ball down the line for Christian Pulisic. Pulisic goes back. Azpilicueta tries a little 1-2. Azpilicueta has his ankles clipped, but referee says play on. Varane now. Plays a blind ball upfield, but Chelsea have intercepted it with Kante. Werner gets a corner. That's a plus for him. Rather than kicking it wide, he had the good sense this time just to kick it off a Real Madrid player to get his team a corner. Well played, Timo. You're going in the right direction, mate. Mason Mount goes across to take this corner on the right-hand side. It looks like it'll be a bit of an outswinger with that right foot of his. 3 minutes gone here in the second half. Jorginho. Mount. Overhits the cross. I think it goes behind, does it? Or has it gone out for a throw? I think it has gone behind for a goal kick. Militao now carries the ball forward. Back with Luka Modric. He flicks around left-hand side. Bruce. Luka Modric again gets his head up, ball down the line, looking for the run of Vinicius Jr. Well defended though by Thiago Silva. Sorry folks, just 1 second. Jorginho, centre of the park, rolls it out right hand side. Christensen. Azpilicueta. Christian Pulisic. Jorginho. He has it nicked off, and Vinicius Jr. now goes out left hand side. Benzema cuts inside into his right foot, tries to strike, gets underneath it though, and it goes high and wide. It'll be a goal kick to Chelsea. Who do I think will win the Europa? United. Can I see Hazard coming on later? I'd be surprised if he doesn't. To be fair, Chelsea, or excuse me, Real Madrid will want to be... is he even on there? I haven't looked at the bench, to be honest. I assume he's on there, but... yeah, you'd imagine that they're going to want to take a lead to Stamford Bridge. How did I come up with the name Mundo Sporto? Long story. Basically, we had a black journalist we used for fake ITK stories, like take the piss stuff, and he needed to have a fake media company, so we said Mundo Sporto sounds like a decent name, so we used that. And then when we were thinking of starting another channel, we said, why not go back to that name? So that's the long and short of it. Carvajal. Militao goes back to his keeper. 50 minutes gone, 51 minutes gone, excuse me, and it's still Real Madrid 1, Chelsea 1. Have I ever visited Derbyshire? I have not. One second, I just have to reply to somebody. Mount now. Left hand side for Chelsea, goes back to Rudiger. Bit of a slower start to the second half in Chelsea than we had in the first. But again, they do have that all-important away goal. Good footwork there from Christian Pulisic. Protects the ball, gives it back to Rudiger. How long do I think Klopp will be at Liverpool for? Till 2024. Have I ever been to Anfield? Yes, mate. Many, 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 many times. Rudiger. Tries a long diagonal ball looking for Azpilicueta. Pulisic has his ankles clipped. That'll be a free kick to Chelsea, right hand side. About 25 yards inside the Real Madrid half. How come you don't leave the house much? Because I have generalised anxiety disorder, mate, that means that I get pretty nervous when I go outside, particularly in busy areas. But anyone that knows the channel knows about that, mate, because I speak about it quite openly and honestly. I also have Asperger's, but that's not really a reason why I don't go outside that much. It's more the anxiety. Marcelo. Ball across right hand side. Benzema. It's not a great ball from him. And it'll go out for a Chelsea throw-in. How did I become a Liverpool supporter? I've actually already answered that on this very stream, I think, mate. It was the night we lost 2-0 to Arsenal when they won the First Division title at Anfield. For some reason, it was that night. I was 8 years of age. It was that night that made me fall in love with Liverpool, even though it was a loss, which was nuts. Benzema scored, Jonas, for Real Madrid. Kante, out right hand side. Azpilicueta. Back to Thiago Silva. Jorginho. Christensen now. Back to Christian Pulisic. Chelsea just knocking the ball around. Ball out left side. Sounds like there's a fucking herd of wildebeest up on my fucking landing upstairs. Marcelo. Luka Modric now. Back to Toni Kroos. I still have a feeling Liverpool will get top 4. I wish I had that feeling, Paddy, mate. But I don't think we will. I'd love to be wrong, of course. Oh, good ball through, but good defending, though. To nick in and take it away. Thiago Silva now to Chilwell. Chilwell doesn't want to take any chances, so just puts it straight out for Real Madrid. Throw in. If in doubt, put it out. That's always the right thing to do. Carvajal. Back to Militao. Rafa Varane now. 10 minutes into the second half. Still 1-1. Marcelo. Back to Kroos. Militao. Carvajal. It's a loose pass. He gives it straight to Antonio Rudiger. N'Golo Kante now. Centre of the pitch. Ball into Pulisic. He just had his ankle clipped as he turned, so it'll be a free kick inside the centre circle to Chelsea. Pretty much, obviously, centre of the pitch, since I did say centre circle. So centre of the pitch in the Real Madrid half. He tried to drag back. Did he even have his ankle clipped there? I don't know. Looked very delayed response, but referee gave the free nonetheless. Jorginho. Kante. Azpilicueta now. Back to Jorginho. Thiago Silva, Antonio Rudiger. Tries the ball over the top, looking for the run of Ben Chilwell, but it's straight into the grateful arms of Thibaut Courtois. Would I recommend a forearm tattoo? I don't want to give anyone any advice on tattoos, mate. It's a very personal decision. Varane in a battle here with Werner. Varane puts it out. It'll be a Chelsea throw in right hand side. Thank you, David. Really appreciate that, mate. Thank you. Genuinely appreciate that. I'm glad you're enjoying it, mate. Really close, ladies and gents, to 19,700. Please do hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. It's great to have you with us. We want to try and push towards 20k by the end of the season. We've only been going since December, so we're absolutely delighted. But if you have a second, please do hit that subscribe button. Real Madrid tried to switch the ball out to the left-hand channel. Modric slipped though, and it was intercepted by Chelsea, who move it out. Ben Chilwell. Chilwell. Rolls it back inside to Jorginho. Jorginho across to N'Golo Kante. Back to Jorginho. Chilwell. Mason Mount. Again, back to Jorginho. Patient stuff again from Chelsea as they just try and keep the ball. Now they try a diagonal switch looking for Chilwell. He's pushed, but nothing doing. That looked like an absolutely nailed on foul to me. I'm sorry, I don't care. That looked like a fucking nailed on foul to me. Does anybody else see that? To me, it looked like Ben Chilwell was just pushed in the penalty area, away from the ball, and nothing's been given. Now, I'm happy to wait for the replay, but to me, that looked like a nailed on foul. Doesn't matter that it's in what part of the pitch it's in, that looked like a foul to me. Yes, I do have a Liverpool tattoo, Ross. Carvajal. Did anybody else see that snidey little push? Again, we're still yet to see a replay of it, but I'm intrigued. It was a blatant foul, that elevator kid. Again, what's the point of having VAR there if they don't see stuff that looked clear to me? Foul, it looked like a foul. Exactly. Like, it does. If that was in the halfway line, that would be given in a heartbeat. This is what annoys me about football. It's like there's different rules compared to what part of the field you're in, what's a foul and what isn't. That looked like a blatant foul to me. Looked like Chilwell was pushed off the ball, clearly. Here it is, look. How is that not a foul? He puts his arm into him and brushes him off the ball. The state of refereeing, honestly. We're underway here again, so there's definitely going to be no penalty incident. But my God, could it be more of a blatant foul? The absolute state of that from VAR. What's the point of having the clowns there if they won't do the fucking job? It was only a slight touch. He put his arm into his chest and went like that. Hardly a slight touch, mate. There was no need to go near him. That was mental. There's no set time for mods, Adam. We just put them in when we want to. But yeah, that I don't know. I'm still baffled by that, to be honest with you. To me, that was a nailed-on foul every single day of the week. Irish guy supporting Chelsea. Who the fuck said that, dickhead? Does anybody here say he supports Chelsea? You fucking absolute cabbage prick of the highest order. So rather than getting on your fucking high horse and trying to play me as some type of fucking Rangers-loving fan, how about you get your facts right and go fuck yourself, you absolutely dumb piece of shit? Does that work for you? Because I can come back at you, mate, the exact same way. I'm a Liverpool fan. Anyone that knows me knows I'm a Liverpool fan, you fucking twat. How about you keep your ill-advised opinions to yourself, you absolute fucking cabbage? You do realise people watch football, don't you? And they commentate on different games. And this isn't the Liverpool channel. You do get that, princess, don't you? If you need me to explain that to you, every commentator that commentates on a game of football doesn't support that club. Or they don't go, I refuse to comment on that because I'm a proud Irishman and I would not dare comment on a foreign sport like soccer. Go fuck yourself, mate. It's people like you that have the world in the state it's in with your backward arsehole opinions. Keep them to yourself because none of us give a fuck. Marcello. Woo! We went up 100 sculpts. Thank you guys for that one. Cabbage. Yes, mate. You may have heard of them before. They're a leafy vegetable. 29 minutes to go. Ian, I'm not getting baited. It's my choice if I respond to somebody or not. Because I take time to respond doesn't mean I got baited. It means that I want to get something off my chest. I have every choice to make any decision that I make, mate. Whether I say something or don't say something. It's always my choice. So I'm not getting baited. I'm getting rid of some of my built-up frustration on these absolute Omadons, and it makes me happy. Eden Hazard's getting ready to burst out of his tracksuit now and make his way onto the pitch. Ball into the box. Looking for Kareem Benzema, but it goes behind and it will be a goal kick. Couple of Chelsea subs getting ready as well. Looks like Reece James and Hakim Ziyech are getting stripped off and ready to come on. No, we haven't, Gavin. We haven't got the 100k email yet, let alone the plaque, mate. Kante, good tackle there on Vinicius Jr. Chelsea with the ball. 27 minutes to go, Madrid, folks. Still 1-1. We want to see the game, please. Then get yourself a television subscription, mate. It's free to air in some countries. I understand you can't watch it, but I ain't going to show you the game. So you're a whole lot out of luck, buddy, if you're looking to watch it on this channel. Christensen. Pulisic. My name is Craig, Ian, not Greg. It's spelt with a C. My man. Can somebody get rid of Moyes? Because I think man's tripping balls on mushroom or something. He's off his head today. Can somebody just get rid of him? I couldn't be bothered looking at his... Even looking at Moyes' head just annoys me, let alone the fact that he's coming out with absolute pony of the highest order. Thank you, Bungleys. Thank you, mate. Thank you, David. Hazard hat-trick of what? Chicken strippers? Or because he ain't scoring a hat-trick of goals, mate. I can promise you that for a fact. Benzema, ball down the line, Carvajal pulls it back to the edge of the box, but gives it straight to Christian Pulisic. Oh, Marcelo with a snidey counter-attack foul. He'll be going in the book. Marcelo picks up a yellow. He had to do it though, because Pulisic was getting away from him on the counter, and that was one of those I have to take it for the team fouls. You could see it coming a mile away, and he knew he was getting a yellow as soon as he fouled him. Who's winning the Europa League? I think United should be clear favourites. So here we go. Vinicius Jr. is coming off to be replaced by Eden Hazard for the last 25 minutes here. And triple substitution about to be made here by Thomas Tuchel and Chelsea. So Christian Pulisic, Chelsea's goal scorer, is coming off. He's going to be replaced by Hakim Ziyech. Then Dan James is coming on as well. Or excuse me, Reece James, not Dan James. It's not United you're watching, Craig. It's Reece James, excuse me. He's coming on. Pulisic is coming off. Werner's going off. Havertz has come on. And I'll tell you who the last one. Werner and Pulisic off. Kai Havertz on. Hakim Ziyech on. And Reece James is getting ready to come on now for Azpilicueta. So that's all the 3 changes made. Well, they're allowed 5, but that's the 3 they had ready. Yeah, I know, Dan James. My head just went poof. Imagine it was. Imagine Dan James coming on to play right back for Chelsea in the Champions League semi-finals. It'd be a little bit wrong. Christensen. To Jorginho. Back to Christensen. Mondi to Rudiger. Chilwell. Chilwell flicks the ball forward. It's flicked on. Ziyech gives chase. Does well. Gets there ahead of his man. Plays the ball into Mason Mount. Mount rolls it down the line now. Kai Havertz. Havertz, left-hand side of the pitch. Gives it back to Ziyech. Chilwell. Back to Kai Havertz. He recycles it to Jorginho, who's now has the captain's armband since Azpilicueta's gone off. Christensen. Moves it out right-hand side to definitely not Dan James. It's definitely Reece James. Back inside to Jorginho. 23 minutes to go. Last quarter here in Madrid. 1-1 as things stand. 485 people in the chat. Lovely to see you all. I hope you're doing well. Hit that subscribe button, folks. Drop a like on the video. Jorginho. Rudiger. Interesting. It looks like Havertz playing as through the centre here as a false 9 with Ziyech just off him. Interesting. James. Little 1-2. Jorginho. Nice ball between the lines now. Mount. Ziyech. Chilwell. Ball in field. Mount turns one way then the other. Gets a strike away. It's off the back of Rafael Varane. Kante. Back to Jorginho. Antonio Rudiger out left hand side now to Chilwell. Ziyech. Again, Chelsea patient in possession. Rudiger. Back with Jorginho. Looks like Chelsea are pushing to try and get a winner here, folks. Not content with their away goal. They're pushing forward. Ziyech. Back to Chilwell. Kai Havertz. Mount. Jorginho. Back to Antonio Rudiger. Ziyech makes himself available, but Rudiger says no and goes back right across. Now, Kai Havertz. James with a cross. It's headed away by Varane. Goes off the head of N'Golo Kante and it goes out for Real Madrid throw-in. As we approach the final 20 minutes. Militao. Carvajal. Comes off Chilwell's arm. Referee gives a free kick. What do we think, folks? We're going to see a winner in the last 20, or is it going to be all square gone back to Stamford Bridge? No, I don't like the 5-sub rule, mate. I think it's just... I understood it for this season, but I don't like it. I don't want it to be a normal thing. Once we get back out of this COVID-esque world, it'll be back to 3 subs, and rightly so. Ball out left side. Antonio Rudiger now runs into the space. Got Chilwell left if he needs him. Gives it to Ben Chilwell. Chilwell rolls it back to Mason Mount. Mount hooks the ball inside now to Jorginho. He tries a diagonal ball looking for James, but it's overhit and it goes behind for Real Madrid. Goal kick. D reckons it'll be 2-1 to Madrid. Bossman's gone 1-1. Addison thinks it'll finish 1-1 as well. Carvajal. Hooked forward again by Real Madrid. Mason Mount heads up, but only as far as a Madrid player. Benzema. Slightly misplaced pass now allows Hakim Ziyech to have a run at that Real Madrid defence. Pulls the ball back across. Just a yard or so ahead of Kai Havertz, who then slips and it goes behind for a Real Madrid goal kick, which they take quickly. Eden Hazard out to Marcelo. Rolls the ball back up line looking for Hazard. He's in a foot race with Christensen, which he loses. Ball does go out though for a Real Madrid throw-in. They look to take it quickly, but there's another ball on the pitch, so they have to stop. Right, throw into to Madrid left-hand side. Marcelo to take it. Throws it infield looking for Casemiro. Back to Toni Kroos. Luka Modric, again out left-hand side. Benzema. Kroos trying to find any space he can here to impact the game, but he's having to drop deeper and deeper. Rafa Varane now moves the ball out left-hand side again. Nacho. Marcelo. Goes out. It'll be another Real Madrid throw in left-hand side. Chelsea now have a ball down the line. Ziyech. Good tackle. Good cover and tackle that, and it goes out for a corner to Chelsea. Again, as I said, corner right-hand side here to Chelsea. Reece James standing right in the 6-yard box in front of Thibaut Courtois. Mason Mount over the corner. Referee does the pretending thing where he pretends he's going to give any type of a foul that isn't a free out. Ball in. Ziyech hooks it back over his shoulder. Courtois comes and claims it. Only started watching you recently. Irishman living in Malta. Out to Luka Modric. Ooh, he nearly had his pocket nicked by Ziyech, but it does go out for a Real Madrid throw. I don't know what you mean, potentially title decider. Doesn't Man City are winning the title one way or the other, Steve. I mean, I'm still angry, buddy, about the 4 points we dropped this week between the Leeds and Newcastle games, if I'm being honest with you. At least there would have been something on this game really heading in then against United, apart from the fact that it's United and it's a big match. 16 to go. Real Madrid 1, Chelsea 1. Karim Benzema with the equaliser for Real Madrid after Christian Pulisic had put Chelsea ahead. Zinedine Zidane getting ready to make another change now. Yes, Adam, except tomorrow night, mate, where I won't get a chance to do a stream on Anfield Agenda before the watch along on here. I did do one tonight, buddy, and tomorrow night I'm recording with Mark Goldbridge, so that video will be going out on Anfield Agenda after the stream tomorrow night. But on Thursday, yeah, I'll be back doing the stream before the Europa League game. Varane, left side of the penalty area for Real Madrid. Cross comes in, goes out, and it'll be a Real Madrid corner, left-hand side. No, not at all a Star Wars fan, mate. Not my cup of tea whatsoever. Who would I like to see win the Champions League this year? Honestly, nobody. Of the teams that are left in it, probably Chelsea. I can't stand PSG and Man City for the same reasons. I'm a Barca fan, so I can't be arsed with Madrid. So yeah, by default, Chelsea. Benzema, strike. Blocked by Chelsea, hooked away. Marcelo now, he is a strike, blocked again. Nacho out to Hazard. He rolls the ball back to Modric. Modric floats a nice ball out left-hand side again. The Cruz, back to Modric. He moves the ball out right-hand side now to Casemiro. Tries across, comes back off James, who carries it out now for Chelsea. Real Madrid have it back. They've overhit the ball and it'll go out for Chelsea throw in. 14 minutes to go. Still 1-1. United are going to win the Europa. That's honestly my opinion, Chris. I mean, I'm always going to give you my honest opinion, mate. And United should win that Europa League. They're by far the best side left in it. Double substitution here. Carvajal off to be replaced by Odriozola. And the other substitution, I think, is Isco coming on. No, it's Asensio, excuse me. Asensio coming on to replace Marcelo, who did pick up that yellow as well. So, Real Madrid and Zidane pushing here, looking for a lead to take back to Stamford Bridge. Rudiger. Christensen, James, Jorginho, ball up the line. Havertz touches it down. Space here now, right-hand side. Havertz does well. Takes the ball. Varane steps across. Referee deems that to be a free kick. Good shooting position, excuse me, this. Rafa Varane fouling Kai Havertz. It's very far right-hand side of the penalty area if you're a Chelsea fan. So you'd imagine it would suit a left footer. Maybe Ben Chilwell, have a look at this. Yeah, he was checked inside. He came inside and Varane body checked him. Definitely. He picks up a yellow card as well. Ziyech is over it. Mount is over it. I forgot Ziyech was on. Yeah, that's a good shout, actually. Ziyech, have a crack at this one. It does suit the left footer if you're going to have a shot. So I think this year's finals will both be English teams only. No, I can see Villarreal knocking Arsenal out. Wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. And the PSG City game, I honestly think it's a coin toss. I think it's really hard to pick a winner from that one. We're very much looking forward to watching it as a neutral tomorrow. Courtois setting up his wall here. Ziyech over it, Mount's over it. Here we go. Hakim Ziyech, strike. Gets it on target, but Courtois watched it all the way. Fairly straightforward for the Real Madrid keeper. Was on target, as I said, but Courtois did well. Got across, got behind it, made it look like a fairly routine save. Thank you, Sam. Appreciate that. Welcome in, mate. I'm glad you've hit the subscribe button. Lovely to have you with us. Courtois out left-hand side. Again, 11 minutes to go here. You'd imagine Chelsea will be happy enough with this. They've got an away goal and it's all level as things stand as well. So not too bad of a night for them if things stay the same. Madrid would probably ideally want to be taking some type of a lead back to Stamford Bridge for the tricky second leg. Hazard now spins in field. Gives it back to Cruz. Asensio. Hazard spins left side this time, frees up a little bit of space for himself, gives it out Toni Kroos. Modric is available if Kroos wants him, gets the pitch and wedge out, plays it across field to Luka Modric. Again though, there's just no channels there, no passing channels available. Chelsea are shifting across and Real Madrid are struggling to find space between the lines. Asensio. Hazard's available, but again, look how quickly Ziyech comes across to block off that passing channel. Modric. Again, thinks about the pass. Hazard, dummies it, but there's nobody there, so goes straight through to Thiago Silva. Kante now. Of course, the problem here is for Real Madrid, if they commit too many forward, Chelsea more than capable of catching them on the counter-attack with the pace they have. Christensen. Ziyech, nice little flick inside. Kante, again, he's dragged back. Surely that's a yellow for Casemiro. No, not even a free, and then he goes through a player as well. You love to see the state of the refereeing. No, it was a fair tackle. He went through, got the ball, went through Ziyech as well, but he did get the ball first. I'm classing that as an old school tackle there from Casemiro. I'm very good, Stefan. I hope you are as well. Modric now, look how deep he is. On the edge of his own 18-yard box there, picking up the ball. 9 minutes to go in Madrid, still 1-1. Asensio. He's got Kroos there if he wants him. Again, there's not much movement ahead of him. It's all very congested as well. Luka Modric now. There's a bit of space left-hand side. He plays a good ball out there. Asensio. Cross comes in, takes a deflection. Offside though. I thought it was going to be a corner, but the offside flag was up. It'll be a free kick to Chelsea. There's no truth in that Fabinho rumour, mate. It's absolute nonsense of the highest order. United Roma on Thursday, as I said, I'll be doing a watch along of that here. Hope you can join me for that. And tomorrow I'll be doing PSG against Manchester City as well. You're not good. I'm sorry to hear that, Stefan. Sorry to hear you're not doing well, mate. Ball launched long upfield. And Kante, he's had a very good game again today, Kante. Look at that control. Goes past a couple of players. Pulls the ball inside. It's headed away by Militao. Again, though, Kante's first one to it. Look at that footwork. Just as I say that, though, Toni Kroos nicks in and gets the ball off him. Christensen. Jorginho. Thiago Silva across to Antonio Rudiger now. Inside the centre circle. Bit of a Cruyff turn. Brings it out left-hand side to Mason Mount. Mount has Chilwell there. Lays it off to him. Chilwell. Back inside to Rudiger. Again, they look for... That's a nice ball. And it's hooked away by Modric. Modric now into that right-hand channel, but overhits it and it goes out for a Chelsea throw-in. 7 minutes to go. Chilwell. Goes it back to Rudiger. Jorginho. Kante. Down the line, right hand side. Reece James. Back inside now to Ziyech. Ball goes through to Thibaut Courtois though. Straightforward enough. Apparently Fabinho isn't happy at Real Madrid. You mean apart from the fact that he's or at Liverpool, apart from the fact he's constantly coming out saying that he's happy, and that rag of a newspaper from Spain that puts out Real Madrid's bullshit. God, mate, he's not going to Real Madrid. Real Madrid, Florentino Perez, and that entire story can go and fuck itself. It's absolute pony of the highest order. Fabinho's very happy at Liverpool. So much so that I'm absolutely convinced he'll be signing a new contract this summer. Don't believe everything you read, mate, because 99% of it's horseshit. Is the Shaqiri leaving thing confirmed? He's been available to be sold for the last 3 windows that I'm aware of. So if somebody ponies up the dough for him, Sevilla has been linked Roma and Lazio as well. If any of them pay what Liverpool want, then yeah, Shaqiri is certainly available. Mate, you don't need to explain it to other people. We've gone through it loads of times. Loads of times. We've done it on the Liverpool stream twice tonight. We did it last night as well, buddy. There's no truth to the story. You don't need to explain it, because all you do by explaining it is let people who don't know it's fake think that it's going to happen and cause more strife in our fan base, mate. You know, we need to call these stories out for what they are, which is complete garbage. And I'm not having to go with you, buddy. I'm talking about the papers that publish this shite. Hazard, right hand side now. Whips it across. It's headed away. Inside the final 5 minutes here in Madrid. Tomorrow night at about 10 o'clock, Lewis. I'm recording with Mark at about 7. So we should have it out, edited and out by the time the Manchester City game against PSG finishes. So it should be live on Anfield Agenda about 10. Ball in, Rudiger goes to the ground. Real Madrid looking for a penalty. Referee says nothing doing, and it'll go out for Real Madrid throw in right hand side. Odriozola to take it, looking for runners. Back to Militao, Kroos. Modric, little 1-2 between them. Kroos rolls the ball across now to Rafa Varane, who goes out left hand side. Kroos. Casemiro heads it down to Luka Modric. To be a Real Madrid throw in. Right hand side again as we approach the final 3.5 minutes of normal time. Odriozola looking for movements, not much on. He throws it into Karim Benzema, who gives it straight to Chelsea left back Ben Chilwell, who hooks it upfield, but again it's with Toni Kroos. Rafa Varane, he switches it out left hand side now. Madrid really pushing out, trying to get this late winner. Asensio, back to Toni Kroos. He fires a long diagonal ball. Good ball into the feet of Karim Benzema. He plays it behind, but Madrid get lucky. And they works out for them right hand side now. It's with Luka Modric. Back to Kroos. Kroos sets his feet, has a strike, it takes a deflection, and it'll go behind for Real Madrid corner. A kind of nervy end to the game this for Chelsea, but they are sitting back and soaking up what Madrid have thrown at them so far. But they will have a corner to deal with down Madrid's left hand side. Kroos over the corner. Hazard's there if he wants to go short, but he opts against it. Plays a enough diagonal ball, diving header from Varane. He puts it wide. Did it take another nick though? I think it did, you know. It was a lovely spotted ball, that. Low driven ball. Varane gets there, heads it. I think it takes a nick and it goes behind for another. Let's have a look. It did. It came off Chilwell's noggin actually. And it goes behind for a Real Madrid corner on the far side. 2 minutes to go. Kroos puts the cross in. It's headed up in the air. Back across, straight into the arms of the Chelsea goalkeeper, who's very gratefully falls to the ground. 90 seconds plus additional time to go. Mondi rolls it out to Antonio Rudiger now on that left channel as he looks to break forward. Good run from him, does pass a couple of snidey challenges, then gets a free kick, and that'll see Odriozola booked. That's good play from Antonio Rudiger. Good determination to get forward. Takes one for the team as well. He knew the collision was coming from Odriozola. Took it on the chin. Buys himself and his team a free kick in Real Madrid's half. Very good play that from Rudiger. He evaded the first foul. Then Odriozola comes in, shoulders him, and I think he may have... Did he bang heads into his cheek? Yeah, he did. He caught it right in the side of his face as well. Got a bit of a headbutt there in his cheekbone. Sergio Ramos has got his phone out now, putting the transfer request in. I'm only joking, but he has got his phone out. Thank you, by the way, Bren02L. Really appreciate that. Your father's friend was a Liverpool fan. Every time I got drunk, he'd go around shouting, I love Liverpool. Nice. Nice to have you with me. No, Muzamil, nothing new on Canade, but again, it will happen in due time, I'd say, buddy. Again, Rudiger's still getting treatment here, and he did get a fair old whack, to be honest with you. And we'll again wait and see how much additional time is going to be added on here by the referee. Ladies and gents, it's been a real pleasure having you with us on this one. And while we're waiting for Antonio Rudiger to finish his treatment, which he needs, by the way, he was, as I said, it was a fair whack he took in the face. Want to say again a thank you to our sponsor for today's watch along, the OneFootball app. There's a link at the top of the chat and in the description of the stream. If you're going to get a football app for yourself, why not go straight to the best one? OneFootball is your football Bible, ladies and gentlemen. It's got everything you need. Latest breaking news, fixtures, augmented reality features, video content, everything. Transfer news, everything you have and need ahead of the busy summer's football. So make sure you download it. Use the link in our description or at the top of the chat, and it lets them know that we sent you. And once again, massive thank you to the folks at OneFootball. Right, what have we got? How the fuck did he come up with 3 minutes of additional time? 3 minutes? 3 minutes? Are you taking the piss, mate? There should have been at least 5. But anyway, 3 minutes of which one has been played. So how did he come up with 3 minutes there? Substitutions alone should have pretty much added up to that. Chilwell. Rudiger. Kai Havertz. Chilwell does well. Cruz now has it back for Real Madrid. Chelsea have it though with N'Golo Kante. To Jorginho. Jorginho tries the ball through the lines, but it's intercepted. Now it's Casemiro for Real Madrid. He rolls it into Modric. He bought that free kick. He bought that. Oh, ref, he bought that hook, line and sinker. He absolutely knew what he was doing there. Buys himself and his team a free kick. I know, I'm being unfair to Modric there, actually. I've just seen the replay, and it does seem like Rudiger took a couple of steps across just to make sure he didn't get past. So I'm being a bit unfair there to young Luka Modric. Benzema's gone off, by the way, to be replaced by Rodrigo for the final minute. What the point of that is, I do not know, but there you go. Militao. Modric. Gives it straight to Ben Chilwell. Mason Mount. Rudiger. N'Golo Kante. He's had a cracking game, Kante. He's been all over that midfield. Everywhere. Covered every inch of the pitch. Reece James now puts in a cross. It's overhit and it'll go behind for... I think it's a goal kicker to go for a throw in. Either way, we're inching towards the end of this game. It looks like they'll be going back to London all level for the second leg. It did indeed go out for a throw in. I'd imagine there'll probably be 4 minutes if the referee has anything about him. I think that referee's Dutch. I think he's a police officer, if my memory is correct. A detective. No, he blows up for a free kick here to Real Madrid. We've had the 3 minutes, but I'd imagine there'll be another one. Ball's being kicked away there by Chilwell. Referee tells him to shut up. And rightly so. Madrid looking to launch one last attack. They work it out left-hand side now. They go up the line. Christensen comes across and puts it out. The referee has a look at his watch. You'd imagine it should be at least in another 30 seconds with the injury to Rudiger. Referee says no, that's all she wrote. It's finished 1-1 in Madrid, ladies and gentlemen. Real Madrid won, Chelsea won. Christian Pulisic with the opening goal of the game. It was quickly equalised then with 2 great goals, to be fair. One for Pulisic, and then Real Madrid's one came through. Their talisman up front, their number 9, the man who's keeping them in the competition, Karim Benzema. And they go back to Chelsea for the second leg. I'll be back tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, for the game between PSG and Manchester City. Do hit that subscribe button before you head off. Drop a like on the video. I will chat to you good folks soon. Have a lovely evening. Thank you once again to One.